What's going on, everybody? It's your pal Burrito Johnson coming at you with another video. In the car, movie reactions. I think this is episode 2. I did a test video a few days ago to kind of test the camera. And I am excited to do this video. I just literally got out of Sinners. And boy, oh boy, I have a lot to say about this movie, and it's mostly, it's all good. I held off watching it till today. It's Sunday. It came out Thursday night, Friday. I held out to go watch it in the biggest screen that I could, which thankfully they have it here in Phoenix. Tempe, Arizona is one of the 10 to 12 theaters in the world that is able to do 70 millimeter IMAX the way Ryan Coogler intended this movie to be seen. And my God, I'm speechless. It's something that I think the world needed. I think it's something that we all needed right now. And it's one of the few movies that I've talked to everybody that they all wanted to see. I haven't heard of anybody that said, meh, it doesn't look very interesting. No, everybody. This theater was packed. It was awesome to see a movie, an original movie that was not an existing or anything, an original vision, original voice. And it was awesome. I keep saying this because I don't have anything. I don't know how else to describe this. Ryan Coogler is one of the, one of the fresh directors that we have right now. A lot of directors, I haven't seen something like this from a director in a very, very long time. I don't want to spoil this movie for you. I just want to tell you how it is, how I thought it is. But what I really, really like is the setting. You got Michael B. Jordan playing twins. And I really dug that. And the way they did this, you couldn't even tell. Like they are their own characters, obviously, played by Michael B. Jordan. He did awesome. I do wanna give a shout out to Miles Caton. I think is the name. This is like his first. It's like his first movie. It's crazy. He did a fantastic job. And Haley Steinfeld is this. I'm not used to seeing something like this from her. This is kind of her grown-up movie. Because she's used to doing stuff. The last time I even remember her seeing was the True Grit, 2010's True Grit, which was, I enjoyed it. And she did awesome. Everybody here did awesome. My boy Delroy Lindo, man. I've been a massive fan of Delroy Lindo since the 90s, man. And I always thought he was underrated. And I even feel like he's still underrated all these years. But it's really awesome to see him on the big screen again. All the characters are pretty good. Everything is fleshed out. Everything is fleshed out in this movie. It reminds me of it's basically Dusk Till Dawn, but takes place in 1930s Mississippi, where we spent about an hour of the movie setting everything up. Because we kind of get, again, without giving anything away, the twins come back to town under, we're given hints on why they're back in town. They're back from Chicago. They went away from Chicago. They were in World War I. They were in Chicago for a bit, I think, working for Al Capone. And they're back in Mississippi suddenly with all this money. They purchase land and a house or kind of a barn, right? And they're basically going to turn it into a nightclub. And the way they're going to do it is they're going to open a nightclub, make money back that way, and it's open it up for people in the plantations to come in, unwind, dance, and stuff like that. And along the way, they're recruiting people like their cousin. Sorry, I'm struggling because I've never heard of this guy before. So Miles Caton is their cousin, who happens to be a guitar player, really good guitar player, and Delroy Lindo happens to be a musician as well. So that's the cool thing about this movie, is that they don't throw you in the action. And I keep mentioning From Dusk Till Dawn because that's basically what this is. But in my opinion, it's not as subtle. You know what I'm saying? Like Dusk Till Dawn, you know what it is. You know exactly what it is. They spend the first 40 minutes setting everything up, and then the last part of the movie is straight up in your face vampires, like nonstop. This one is two genres, which is pretty cool. You got a whole hour set up, everything, and then shit hits the fan, and it's a vampire movie. It's a vampire movie, and the way that this movie shifts aspect ratio is awesome. I don't know how it is watching it in a normal movie theater with whatever the non-IMAX movie theaters, but watching it in IMAX, it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know any other. I don't think I could ever watch it in any other format. Obviously, I am if it's on the TV or whatever. But what I'm understanding is that they're going to release the physical version without the shifting formats, which I'm kind of bummed. IMAX is the way to go because it looks absolutely giant. It's just giant. It brings everything out. It's somebody described it as watching it in a normal format is fine, but watching it in the IMAX fully, the way it was intended to, is like watching a live music kind of thing. There's a sequence in this movie. It's a one shot in IMAX, in the IMAX format that blew me away. I was like, holy crap! The way they're doing this is awesome, and I highly suggest that you seek out the 70 millimeter IMAX version of this movie if you can. Obviously, it's not all over. There might not be one. There was people talking here that in my screening that they drove 2 hours from wherever to this IMAX to watch this movie. So people are coming out. They're making that drive, which you don't see very often. Not a lot of people do that. But I am happy that this movie is getting the praise that it is, and well deserved. I went in this movie blind. The only thing I really saw was a trailer here and there with some of the movies that I've seen, but I'd never seen any of the promos or anything like that. So I try to kind of keep myself away from the movie because I wanted to experience it myself. 70 millimeter IMAX is so worth it because there's a sequence towards the end of the movie where it shifts formats, and it does it brilliantly. And I am just out of the theater, and I immediately, if I didn't have to work tomorrow early in the morning, I would immediately turn around or go watch the next showing. That's just how much I want to go experience this movie again. The whole theater had a good time. Thankfully, my theater was good. There was not a lot of talkers. There wasn't a lot of people were enjoying, having a good time. They were clapping. The music was awesome, and when the credits started rolling, people clapped. And also, I'm not even going to spoil the ending, but stay till after the credits. A lot of people left when the credits rolled. There's a good chunk of post-credit stuff when the credits start rolling. There's a middle, and then there's an ending, which is awesome. I enjoy that they did that. Ryan Coogler is, I can't wait to see what he does. I'm glad he's kind of away from the Marvel stuff. He kind of was stuck in Marvel there for a few years with he did fantastic at Black Panther. Wakanda Forever was pretty good, and I'm just glad that he's kind of off doing his own thing. This is a big budget movie, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this makes a lot of money for the studio, him, so he could keep making movies. Because we need filmmakers like him. This is the type of movie that, makes you fall in love with, film again. If I'm being honest with you, there hasn't been really a movie lately that's like blown me away. Like that's like I haven't been this immersed in a very long time. Has there been good movies in the past few months? Absolutely. But not like an event like this. This is an event movie. This is a movie that people are traveling from all over the place to come see in the biggest format possible. Obviously, if you don't have that available to you, please just go see this in any format that you can. The biggest screen that you can. If it just happens to be your normal theater, that's okay. You're gonna have a fantastic time no matter what format you're gonna watch this. It's just the 70 millimeter is the most immersive thing that I've seen since Interstellar. And I saw Interstellar a few months ago, and I thought that was the most immersive IMAX, movie on IMAX that I've seen. Nope. Everything about this movie is great. I can't knock this movie down. I'm walking out of here, walking to the car. I'm like, when I hit record on this video, on this camera, am I just gonna be saying all the positive things about it and thinking back? Yes, I am, because this movie is basically perfect. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure a lot of people out there are going to knock it on some poor, points and stuff like that. But the way they handled this horror movie is great, because it's almost kind of like, I don't know, like me talking more about it is, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it's almost like the whole horror stuff was kind of, it was kind of there, but not the whole movie, if that makes any sense. I liked the whole setup. I liked the way they did it. And I cannot think of anything wrong with this movie. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. 10 out of 10. This is rare. This is rare that this happens. I cannot say enough good things about this movie. And I urge you guys, please go watch this movie. Please support this movie. We need this movie to succeed. And from what I'm understanding, I'm pretty sure they're on their way there. We need more voices like Ryan Coogler. We need him to come back and do original IP stuff. He wrote and directed this movie. I thought he just directed it. He wrote it as well. The cinematography is awesome. The music, Ludwig Garrison. I think I'm saying his name correctly. Let me see. Ludwig Göransson. Again, he's basically done every Ryan Coogler's. They met when they were in college, so he basically has done every one of Ryan Coogler's movies. And it's no different. I mean, Ludwig did the music for Oppenheimer, for crying out loud. So he doesn't disappoint. This movie is perfect. I love it. I'm going to probably watch it again. If I'm being honest with you, I'm going to check it out in another format, most likely in the Dolby Cinema. And I just want to see if there's a massive difference, if it's going to, if my opinion of the movie is going to change because I saw it at a different format or whatever. But I'm probably going to see it one more time and then for sure own it on physical media. But yes, enough of me rambling and enough of me repeating myself. I absolutely love this movie. You need to go watch it, and I highly recommend it. Until next time, guys, this has been In the Car Movie Reaction, Episode 2. Hopefully I can bring you some more. Keep watching movies.